So I have this story of this guy. He became a Breslev about 50 years ago, 47 years ago, something like that. His story is that he's a Yerushalmi here from Kiryat Yovel. His parents are religious. They're not Hasidish or anything, but they're religious people. More on the Haredi side, kivechol. But they wanted their son to go to Bet Sefer Miktsoi, to learn a Miktzoa, to learn to get a profession. So they sent him to Bet Sefer LeMelacha in Chabad, and there you had the option of three things: to be either a welder, guy does with metal, something else, or a carpenter. So he tried. So he was learning to be a carpenter, it's Chabad over there. So he became a Chabadnik. That's yeah. And but when he was there, he really felt that he was always thinking about the tachlit. Well, this is my tachlit. I'm going to be a carpenter. I have to serve Hashem. At the end, everyone goes 6 feet under. What am I going to do in the meantime? There's nothing left of this world after you leave. He says, what am I going to do? I didn't really want to be. And every day they had in the afternoon, they were able to go to learn. In the morning, they learned miktzah. In the afternoon, they went to yeshiva. And he really wanted. He was jealous of those people learning all day in yeshiva. He wanted to also learn. He said, they have also this world, also the next world. I also want to go to yeshiva. They didn't let him. He said, no, your parents want you to learn miktzai, you have to learn a profession. Yeah. So, and he learned Shulchan Aruch Harav, and the first halacha over there is, second halacha. The first halacha, Ra'ui lekol yirei shamayim, להיות מצר, חורבן בית המקדש, to get up at midnight, every yirei shamayim, to sit on the floor and say Tikkun Chatzot. So he was doing that. And then it was at 12 o'clock a day. He didn't know Chatzot. Well, Chatzot, he knew 12 o'clock is midnight called Chatzot Laila. He's sitting on the floor doing new Chatzot. Some friends saw him and they were telling him, what are you doing? So, I don't know, it said it's doing Chatzot. He said, no one does it really. So he said, I don't know, it says in Shulchan Aruch. So they went and told one of the mashpiim over there, mashgiach, whatever, he's doing Tikkun Chatzot. So the guy comes in and he tells him, what are you doing? I'm doing Tikkun Chatzot. It's not for you, what do you mean? He said, why not? It says in Shulchan Aruch Harav to do it. It's Chabad, no? Shulchan Aruch Harav. It says Tikkun Chatzot. No, it's for big tzaddikim, it's for mekubalim, da. So he said, it doesn't say that. He says, yeah, but no one really does it, da. So he said, you know what? Fine, I'm going to get up. But I want to tell you one thing. That if really I'm supposed to do Chatzot, and because of you I'm not, so in Shamayim they're going to blame you, not me. Because I need to respect you, you're the Rav here. He says, no, fine, you could say, sit and say. And he said to you Chatzot. He really wanted to go to yeshiva, and they didn't let him to. He didn't know what to do. He used to do Yitbodedut also. He didn't know what it's called Yitbodedut. He used to always go be alone in the fields over there. Kfar Chabad. Till today, there's a lot of fields around there, but then even more. Mm-hmm. Yehuda didn't really exist. And that didn't exist. A bunch of cities didn't really exist. There's a few huts. And so he was he had a friend, a good friend, a Chabadnik over there. He told him, listen, I see the way you're drawn to. You have to go. There's a Hasidic group. It's called Breslev. So he didn't know any of Hasidic. He knew there's Gur and knew there's Chabad. He didn't really know anything. And he told, it's called Breslev, but you have to be very careful. But those guys, half of them are crazy, and the other half, which are not, they don't get married. No one wants to marry them, and to be careful with them. But really, your neshama belongs to them. I could see you like to do Yitbodedut, Chatzot. You go to them. He didn't know where they. He said, no, ma pitom, I'm a Chabadsker. Fine. And then he really wanted to go to the yeshiva. So what he did, he ran away from the yeshiva and he went to Meron. He said, I'm going to Meron. He knew Meron from Lag BaOmer. I like Meron. He comes to Meron and he sees a book on the table with no cover. It was torn and papers are torn. And it's prayers, the Likutei Tfilot, 50th gate that we have over here, one of the volumes. And he starts saying, it's unbelievable. He said, he doesn't know who wrote it, what it is, but it really spoke to his soul. And he's reading, got a few days, and he's sleeping on the bench there, eating whatever they have. He's talking about many years ago. They didn't have much like today. And this, one of the Breslevers over there, Shapira, I don't know, one of the Shapiras, whatever, one of the tzaddikim over there, he saw him. He says, who are you? What are you? I don't know, I was just looking. I'm a Chabadnik. Come with us, come to our room, come Chatzot, we go to the fields. And for 2 months he's there. Mamash, Gan Eden. He feels he's paradise mamash. And this is the person who's Mekar of him is telling him, listen, you're a young boy, you're 16 years old, you're 17 years old, you should go to yeshiva. There's a yeshiva Breslev in Bnei Brak. It's Yiddish, then it was, today it's in Hebrew. And go there, you'll have a good time. And so why? Why should I go? Gan Eden is over here, why should I leave? He's telling him, listen, you're a young boy, you should go to yeshiva, be with boys your age. And he told him, listen, go for 2 weeks. You don't like it, come back, I'm here. Everyone's not leaving. So he went there and he met all the boys. Today's big names in Breslev, or they're all Breslev. Call me Shaya. Rav Cheshen he met over there. It was during the 6-Day War, right before the 6-Day War. And Rab Berland was there as an avrech. Mechazik everyone, take him to the field. He says stories of Rab Berland. He said that Rab Berland, they used to leave him in the dining room saying Birkat Hamazon after breakfast. He used to come back to eat lunch. He's still saying Birkat Hamazon. So he used to tell Rab Berland, Rab Leizer, you're not a human. You're an angel. And also he used to take everyone to the field all the time, middle of the night, a lot of stories. Rab Leizer Berland, he was able to dance till today. He was able to dance all night without a boombox, just to dance and sing. And he was always happy. And if someone slapped him, he used to be happy. Thank you so much. Till today, he's like that. Completely bitul. But anyways, the point where I really want to get to is after a few months in the Breslev yeshiva, his parents found out where he is, and they come to grab him. So they come there and they convince him, and and his sister comes, kibudorim. He says, I don't want to learn the melacha. I don't want to do a profession. You have to get a job. At least get a job. You can't live like this in the world. You have to get a job. Fine. He goes back to Yerushalayim, doesn't go back to the Chabad. Although Chabad tried to get him out, he said, one day maybe I'll come back, we'll see. And he goes to Yerushalayim and he gets a job over there. He works from 9 o'clock to 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and he knew that also in Yerushalayim is Breslev, and the Breslev shul, that's almost all Breslev that was. It was Breslev in Shari Chesed, where Rav Cheshen was, on the Anshins around there. And there was the Breslev Shul, which were also, how many people were there then? 40 people, 50 people, klum. Not like today, you can't walk in, on Shabbos, packed. All the minyanim were always packed. So he said, fine, I'll find the time, I'm going to go. So one day he goes there, between 3 and 4, after work, between Mincha and Mariv, he goes there. And no one greets him. It's not like today that wherever you go, Breslev, everyone smiles. Even Me'asharim, they smile to you sometimes. And there's always people someone doing Mekar of you. Then it was hardly anything there. And people themselves weren't so. They were, before you walk into the Breslev, look, was anyone looking? Was it? But much people were terrified. But he goes in there, and no one says hello to him. He sits there, Mincha, Mariv, everyone leaves. He stays alone in the Beis Medrash. Doesn't know what to do, and he's totally lost. So in his head, he's lost. Doesn't know what to do. So he sits there, and he sees Likutei Moharan in front of him on the stand there on the table, and he's talking with Rabbeinu. He says, "Listen, Rabbeinu, you're my Rebbe. You're my Rebbe. Now everyone else has a Rebbe. He goes to the Rebbe, he gives a kvittel, he gives a little petek, he gives some tzedakah, pidyon. He asks the Rebbe, he asks for a bracha, he asks for your itzah, something." You're not around, I can't, but this is you. I assume this is what you're saying. You're talking through the books. So you know what, Rabbeinu? I'm going to open the book, and you give me an answer. I forget his name. Shmuel, I think his name was. I want a clear answer about Shmuel. My name, me, clear. Something clear. I don't understand codes. I never learned Likutei Moharan. I don't know what it is. I don't know codes. I want a direct answer. What do I have to do in my life? What do I have to do? So he takes the book, and he opens it. Like that, not like I'm doing right now. He just opens it straight, and it comes up right between the first part of Likutei Moharan and the second part of Likutei Moharan is a little piece, which is called Echad Haya Avraham. Echad Haya Avraham. One was Avraham, and it says over there that a person who really wants to serve Hashem has to feel like he's alone in the world, and not to look at his parents, not on other things that are bothering him and interfering in his serving Hashem. He said, I got an answer. He closed the book, he got up, and he went back straight. He didn't even go home. No tefillin, nothing. He went straight to Bnei Brak, and he didn't come home for half a year. After half a year, he goes back home. He sent letters that everything's okay, I'm in yeshiva, don't bother me. After half a year, he comes home, and he tells everyone, his parents are harassing him and everything. He says, listen, if you want to disappear for a few years, if you want me to come home sometimes, stop bothering me. I want to serve Hashem. So till today, he's Breslev. I was children's Breslev, and Bnei Brak is a big tzaddik. That's the story for everyone. Sipur Karvut.